I'm really confused. This whole thing has been one wild trip for me.
Yeah,
listeners, I just lost sight.
Nobody who is no longer with a company that is. I love MLW, but it's the smallest company. It's like that or ROH, right?
NWA, maybe. I mean, they got Lineage, but right now they're pretty fucking small.
Yeah, those three are pretty tied for. Yeah, nonetheless, yeah. I mean, it's not moving needles. Hello, bro.
Yeah. I don't like another name Brody being associated with AEW like this soon. That's kind of a thing I'm saying.
I don't think he would be. You know what I mean? I think Tony Khan would be. He would notice that. You know what I mean?
But I mean, he was on Dark as Broseph Joe Brody.
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of... I mean, it's not that he's signed to
AEW.
AEW.
But nobody has ever seen Dark since it fucking debuted.
I tune in sometimes.
I mean, their viewership is literally negative 753.
Oh, jeez.
I'm just telling you. Paystee, you get the fucking best one.
All right.
I'm jelly. Jelly, 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 jelly.
Summoned by Selena De La Renta, the man of 1,000 deaths, Mil Mascaras, has made his highly anticipated debut to MLW Fusion this Wednesday. For listeners who may not know Mil Mascaras' history, in 1985, Pascal Mendoza was only 7 years old when one of the biggest earthquakes in history struck Mexico City, and he lost everything. With death at his door, a bruja would rescue the little Pascal from the underworld's grip of death. Using hate for the world, she would transform him into Mil Mascaras. And force unlike any other seen in Lucha Libre was born. In Mexico City, he was known as El Messias, capturing AAA's heavyweight championship 4 times. In Puerto Rico, he would claim the IWA heavyweight championship 5 times.
Woo!
And in short-lived Lucha Underground, he was one of the most dominant Lucha Underground champions up until the temple crumbled. And he'll be around to the end of time. He's the one man COVID could never contain. It's Mil Mascaras.
It's also
it's Mil Muertes. Yes.
Woo! You did the whole thing calling
I did. It was good, though. I did it good. I put some stank on it for you. The other one's a wrestler, too, damn it.
Yes, Mil Mascaras is a wrestler, but this wasn't him. Oh, he's laughing so hard. That's fucking awesome. Folks, it's Mil Muertes. This was awesome.
Montavious Von Porter.
I know, right? I loved it. This was good. I love it. Woo!
I'm dying over here now. I just ruined the show. You get the best one, Paystee. I'm gonna flex on this one, Fat Mack.
The best thing is, like, what happened? Because, like, you screwed it up the first time, and you were like, the man of 1,000 deaths, Mil Mascaras. And I was like, okay. And then the next 3 times, you said the same name. Even though it's written Muertes. Woo! I'm sorry, I love it. We have nowhere to go.
The delivery, though.
No, you fucking sold it, son. I'll tell you what, I'm pretty sure Mil Mascaras is going to be trending because of the way you fucking sold that shit. No, everybody's like, God damn, let me check this shit out. I have nothing to follow with that because that was fucking awesome. And I'm going to go straight into the goddamn COVID-19 411 book.
The section where people can be contained by COVID.
Dude,
Unlike
fuck.
Mil Mascaras.
Love it. Woo! Paystee, don't do that to me. Woo! I'm here. Woo! Paystee, the 2020 pandemic is still wreaking havoc in 2021. And there's another COVID-19 outbreak that is affecting wrestling as WWE, AEW, and Impact Wrestling all have wrestlers and or staff in quarantine right now. WWE Champion Drew McIntyre is now in quarantine after WWE announced his positive COVID-19 test. He was in fact pulled from Raw's main event with Randy Orton, but will likely be ready to face WWE Hall of Famer Bill Goldberg at Royal Rumble on January 31st, as long as everything goes well.
Yes, Drew did make an appearance via video and updated us saying, I tested positive for COVID-19. Now I'm one of the fortunate ones with no symptoms, but I assure you COVID should not be taken lightly. I don't think you can't catch it, because you can. If it happened to me, it can happen to anybody, and I'm looking at you, Mil Mascaras. And the only way we're going to be able to stop this thing is by working together. So please, wear your mask. Follow social distancing guidelines. It's not just to protect you, it's to protect everyone and their loved ones. I'll see you all really, really soon. But until then, stay safe. This story pisses me the fuck off, because you know what episode he was face to face with Bill fucking Goldberg? Legends Night! It's a fucking murder party.
Yeah, you know what I love though? Is Mil Mascaras means 1,000 masks. And you just like to be like Mil Mascaras, and it's up to you to wear your mask. And it's like, that's the coolest fucking thing ever. Oh. Woo! Yeah. Yeah, there is. I guess we should put it out there. There's a lot of bullshit going around because, like, Jericho admitted he had COVID, and then he was like in AEW while he had COVID. And was it Nick Jackson?
Yeah.
Had admitted he had COVID, and
like back in March or something like that.
Yeah, and he did tapings while he was in COVID. So there are a lot of these people who are like, "Well, we're celebrities. We can still work while we have COVID."
It's fucked up though, because WWE hasn't like publicly announced any other one of these. So this could be like Roman Reigns cancer, like where it's just fake to get him off TV for a couple of weeks before he has to face Goldberg and what's probably going to be a stupid fucking match.
100. That's the thing, yeah.
It's super ridiculous, and if he does have it, I'm fucking pissed at WWE because they put so many legends at risk.
Right. At fucking Legends Night.
Yeah, which was the night.
They just should have never fucking had it knowing.
No, it's fucking COVID-19. Let's get all the old wrestlers together, guys. We're going to shoot another season of Legends House.
So there's this virus that can affect you, but we can't find out for 3 weeks. And it kills people who are over 65. Let's bring a bunch of fucking 65 and older people over. Yeah, it's dumb.
It's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. And I'm just going to say, if one legend dies because of Legends Night, I think that's the end of me watching any WWE programming, which is going to make for a really interesting podcast.
Yeah.
It's fucked. Like, I know I delivered that funny and all, but it's stupid. So I hope this is just a storyline. And then I can have yet another reason to compare Drew McIntyre to Roman Reigns.
I would agree. I'm sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I am because I've got myself lost. Hey, Paystee, WWE sources noted that their expected positive tests from the holidays, and they were actually surprised that things were not worse considering the circumstances. Impact is set to tape a few months' worth of TV tapings over this weekend into the next week, while AEW has already filmed 2 weeks' worth of Dynamite last week, so they are already covered. It was also said that there is confirmation on wrestlers who were scheduled for Raw, SmackDown, Dynamite, and Impact who have been afflicted by the COVID-19 outbreak, but details have not been made public as of this recording other than Drew McIntyre. So it seems like everybody's kind of being affected, and most companies are just trying to record as many weeks as they can while they have the people healthy there, which, you know what, Paystee, am I dumb? Am I an asshole? Or am I shitty for saying that I almost hope we go back to pre-taped wrestling shows?
Oh, no. This is how it should have been the entire last year, is pre-taped blocks of entertainment. If you got to continue to do a show, do it as sparingly as possible for the sake of your performers and people working for your company.
Well, just in general, if you're making a high-quality show, let's forget Ring of Honor, Impact, MLW, which, by the way, all pre-tape their shit anyway, so it doesn't matter. Aren't you always, or almost always, going to get a better product from WWE or MLW if it's pre-taped and edited?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So what the fuck hurts to just go back to that?
I don't think anything does. And I think that's something a lot of wrestling companies need to kind of come to terms with as we round the corner into 2021 and realize the end is not in sight. Not until 70% of the population's been vaccinated and fucking 65% of them won't get it.
Right. The one thing that does affect it, Paystee, is something that you and I actually are not a part of, which I feel we're good people. Spoilers. You and I never discuss outcomes of pre-taped matches until they're aired.
Right.
But I will say, yes, pro wrestling websites will always reveal what happens ahead of time. So I guess
any good wrestling fan can kind of guess what's going to come next anyway.
Exactly. And the ones that don't want to, like me, I've been a big fan of saying I've gone 3 weeks without watching a fucking pay-per-view.
Mm-hmm.
It's surprisingly easy to do, people. Hello. But, yeah. It's not going to happen, though. I think we know that.
No, the machine has to run, and it's a sick machine, and it's going to turn out a lot of bodies, and, yeah, this could just be the starting point of something really dark for the wrestling world, I think.
Well, Paystee, we're almost, I think we're almost done with everything, but this whole 2021 has just hurt me to the point that I think I'm going to be injured the whole year. But not everybody has to deal with that shit, so I think we should just talk about the few folks who are on the injury report, at least for just this week.
Yes. Well, Kofi Kingston is currently on the shelf with a jaw injury. WWE did not give an update on when Kofi will be back or when the injury occurred, but the announcers indicated that was something happened in the last few weeks. I believe it was when Shelton Benjamin knocked Kofi's teeth out of his mouth. I think you could see 2 or 3 things fly out of his mouth from a punch. Kofi competed during last Monday's Legend Night on Raw. The New Day defeated Miz and Morrison. There's no word on if Kofi's jaw injury is legitimate or why he was really away from Raw. But I do believe it was that Impact, because you saw shit fly out of his mouth, and I don't think it was gum, because he wasn't chewing 3 separate pieces of gum.
Probably
they globbed together.
It sounds like that was probably the issue. Also, Paystee, during AEW's Dynamite post show from this week, Tony Schiavone was asked by viewers why Sonny Kiss had been off both